Well, it's outdated, it's a pain to navigate, and officials say it's long overdue for an overhaul. We're talking about the interchange at I-70 and US-63 in Columbia. KOMU 8's Spencer Humphrey is here in the studio to explain a major roadblock keeping MoDOT from making it more user-friendly.
Malfunction junction, dysfunction junction, and some other phrases that, quite frankly, I can't repeat here are just some of the nicknames you shared for the interchange. Now, these are concepts put out years ago by the Improve I-70 task force, but MoDOT officials tell me, don't get your hopes up. Most of us have been through the I-70 and US-63 connector. You wait, and you wait. Columbia resident Tori Duncan has waited
about 18 minutes
just to merge from one highway to the other. So why would anyone design an interchange like this? Well, to answer that, you'll have to take a step back in time to the late 1950s.
So this Clark interchange was a stop sign, and you just pulled up, paused, and then drove through.
Highway 63 dead-ended at a traditional diamond interchange with I-70 where one road would stop to let the other go. In the mid-90s, MoDOT built a bypass for US-63, allowing traffic to continue straight without stopping at I-70. But drivers still have to go through up to 4 traffic lights in order to merge from one highway to the other.
It has to change, and it has to change sooner than later.
I'm going to do a little experiment here. Right now it is 4:45 in the afternoon on a weekday, so right at the beginning of rush hour. I'm going to get on 63 and exit at the connector and see just how long it takes me to merge onto 70. Let's go for a ride.
In total, nearly 13 minutes went by from the time I exited 63 to the time I entered I-70. MoDOT officials say they know it's an issue.
We're pretty positive that the interchange needs to have directional ramps, which means that traffic going northbound on 63, wanting to go west onto 70, would be able to not stop, come across the bridge, and tie right back into 70.
More than 15 years ago, a task force recommended doing just that. It even put out conceptual designs for the improved interchange. But MoDOT says don't expect this design or anything like it to show up soon.
It's definitely going to take a change in the way we're funded today.
MoDOT gets funds from a 17 cents per gallon gas tax, which is one of the lowest in the nation.
We're at the 7th largest system in the nation. We're funded at the 47th level. Those two do not match up.
Shoup says Missouri hasn't seen an increase in its gas tax since 1996. Add inflation and more fuel-efficient cars to that equation, MoDOT has hit a funding roadblock, putting improvements for places like the connector on the back burner. But for longtime residents, time is of the essence.
There you go. Look, the guy stopped. It's here everywhere until they get it, until they do a way we can flow around and keep moving like you're on the highway. I don't see any fixing this.
With no money on the table, drivers will just have to learn to keep their patience until the light turns green. Now, MoDOT says the connector isn't the only thing in need of fixing in mid-Missouri. Shoup told me I-70 needs to be at least 6 lanes through Columbia, and Jefferson City's tri-level interchange needs an overhaul as well. But possibly the most important, he says, the Missouri River Bridge at Rocheport needs attention sooner rather than later. But he says none of that can happen until funding increases. In the studio, Spencer Humphrey, KOMU 8 News.